A flurry of classified discussions among Western allies suggests a significant recalibration in their Ukraine strategy, with troop deployments and private defense contractors emerging as possible options. Sources familiar with the talks told Le Monde that these deliberations, reignited amid fears of reduced US support if Donald Trump takes office on January 20th, 2025, expose deep-seated divisions among European nations. The concept originated in February, when French President Emmanuel Macron floated the idea during a Paris meeting of Kyiv's allies. However, strong opposition, particularly from Germany, forced the plan into the background. The UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer's visit to France during the November 11th commemorations has reignited the debate. According to Le Monde, this visit facilitated renewed dialogue on joint defence efforts, emphasising Ukraine's security and broader European stability. Discussions are underway between the UK and France on defence cooperation, particularly with a view to forming a core group of committed allies in Europe, a British military source told Le Monde. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot reinforced this sentiment during a November 22nd visit to London, urging Western nations to avoid setting red lines on support for Ukraine. Speaking to the BBC, Barrot stated that no option is discarded, signalling France's adaptable stance.
Together, we stated again that the fight of Ukrainians is also our fight. By defending their freedom and territorial integrity, Ukrainians are fighting for the security of the European continent and for the defense of an international order based on law.
No official decisions on troop deployment or private contractors have been made, but Le Monde reports that Defense Conseil International, DCI, could play a pivotal role. This state-affiliated agency, primarily staffed by ex-military personnel, has been instrumental in training Ukrainian forces in France and Poland. DCI's future involvement might expand to maintaining French military equipment within Ukraine. In collaboration with UK defence giant Babcock, which recently announced plans for a military vehicle repair site in Ukraine, DCI could solidify its on-ground presence. Parallel to these efforts, the UK has significantly enhanced its military support for Ukraine. According to Bloomberg, the UK recently supplied Storm Shadow cruise missiles to Kyiv in response to critical shortages. These high-precision, long-range weapons were delivered discreetly to ensure operational security. These arms shipments have already seen action. Ukrainian forces launched Storm Shadows and US-made ATACMs against military sites in Russia's Bryansk region last week, marking a pivotal escalation. Officials justified the strikes as retaliation against Moscow's alleged deployment of North Korean troops to the conflict. Amid these developments, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov dismissed reports of Western troop deployment as not in line with reality, adding that European capitals lack consensus. Of course, some hotheads appear, Peskov remarked, as quoted by The Telegraph. The divergences within Europe coincide with heightened military aid from outgoing US President Joe Biden, likely aimed at strengthening Ukraine's negotiating position before Trump's inauguration. At the G20 summit in Brazil, Starmer emphasized the UK's unwavering commitment, declaring that his government is doubling down on its support for Ukraine. While specifics were not disclosed, the UK Ministry of Defence reaffirmed its stance, calling its aid ironclad